Hey, this is Pierre-Yves Delacote talking. How do you create a post that is visible for people, that people will see clearly, that people will think it's appealing, they will like to view the post and etc. I have often this question, I post some things and but people don't notice it. So how do you do that? So let me walk you through several simple tips that I use often. So first of all, when you type a message, don't just type it as it is. Expand the A button so you can um, have access to more features. So my first advice is to make this an announcement, and then my second advice is to put a background image rather than just some color. So you need to upload an image. You find an image that correspond to what you need. So I have a list of images here. So as you can see, I can use, for example, this one. Um, so that we'll see this announcement. We can adjust the image if it's too big. If not, I have another video that explains how to create a background image for announcement with PowerPoint. You can check that on my YouTube channel. So here I'm going to take a nice one. The thing to know here is um, if you add a title to this announcement, the title will be always in white. So you need to be sure that the image is not too clear, because white on clear doesn't show very well. So for example, if I'm taking this one, moving things around like that, it looks good. But if I add a headline, you can see that it's not very visible. White on white is not super, you can still see it, but it's not super clean. So I will recommend to use images that are not clear, that are white, because white on white is not very good. So I'm gonna use a nice one here. You can move it eventually. If it's too long, you can move it. If it's too large, you can change the size. Focus only on the part you want. So now you have a nice, so my headline is showing well. So the second thing, you can add a sub header here if you want to. Depends if you're the subject. Sometimes you don't want to put a headline here, you put the headline under. There's no really rule here. So what's next? So the next thing is to write your announcement, you know, not too long, not too short. This is not beautiful, but this is my announcement. You can use, put some color if you want, if it makes sense. Put in bold some stuff, change the color of some words. It really depends where you want to put the focus. What I recommend is to put in bold and maybe add some color to your post so it's visible. Also, if you can add a visual, that's better. So you can, if you have a visual, I don't know. Let's go find something, I don't know, another picture of, let's take this one for example. And let's grab this image, print screen, whatever you want. It's just an example, but if it makes sense, I will recommend to put a visual in your text by copy pasting. You can, if you really want to make it look very, very good, you can format with a table and a lot of stuff here. If you want to make a quote of something, you can use the quote thing here. But what's important then is not to forget maybe two or three things. The first one, if you want to phase this post a little bit more, you make it important. So you click here, and then there's a red line here on the side. So it's really visible. It shows it's important. But what's the most important thing is to do is to add mention. If you want people to notice your post, because they might not go to your channel very often, so you need to add mention. So there's, as you know, there's three ways to add mention. Either you add mention all the team. So you type team, add mention team, you choose your team, or you can add mention the channel. So here my channel has a weird name. I don't even know if you can find it. Yeah, if I can find it. You can add mention a tag. So I think I have a tag here. So it will target only the people who are interested in this topic that are part of the tag. Or what I recommend is to add mention people, of course. Because then when you add mention a person, then every time you reply to this post, it will be at mention again. If it's at mentioning other things, then when there's a reply, people won't be at mention again. So it really depends on what you're looking for, but that's my main advice. And my last advice, so then you post. So it's very visible. But what I like is having first an announcement with a background image, and then if you can add an image, that's good. But also what I like to do is to pin the post. So when you pin the post, it will show, as you can say, will be pinned for everyone who views this channel. So it will change the color to green, so you can do that after a while. And also what's interesting is you will see it in the little eye here, you will see all the posts that are pinned. So when you go there, you find all the important information that you want everybody to see. So you need to educate users to check this icon from time to time. That's a very useful icon because you can see also who's member of the team. So that were my advice. That was my advice regarding how to make an appealing post in Teams. Hope this was helpful.